Hey babes, welcome back to another video. It's your girl Christina Fashion. In today's video, I'm gonna show you how to achieve an aesthetic brand for your jewelry business. That way you can elevate your brand and tell a brand story to attract the right audience for you. So let's get started. So creating an aesthetic for your brand is very important and vital, especially for the jewelry business, because it allows you to tell a story through images, through videos, without pushing too much of the product only. So what I've been noticing with a lot of jewelry brands, they've been pushing their products but not telling a story, not giving us aesthetic and a vibe and a mood for us to see, because we need to see that, sis. So, you want to be able to know your audience, know what they're into, what their interests. You definitely want to know their lifestyle and be able to incorporate that on your feed, on your website. That way, once you start to begin building traffic through your marketing strategies, you want to attract the right customer for your business. And you pretty much want to know what they're into. If your ideal customer is a Y2K type of girl, you definitely want to give Y2 aesthetic. If your girl is chic and elegant, you want to give that rich luxury lifestyle. So you want to cater to your audience, but by whatever their lifestyle is, by catering to that type of aesthetic, so that way they can see themselves through your brand. And it usually takes customers about like 7 times before they convert. You definitely want to groom them towards making that purchase by showing your brand aesthetic, by showing pretty images and visuals, because let's face it, people love pretty things. Like, I would buy something that's pretty just because it's pretty and it's fitting to my aesthetic. I can go to a store and see a pretty water bottle and I happen to be thirsty and I will buy that pretty bottle. So it's very important to not just only have a good product, but also to have a good story and a good image that follows along. Now that I've just break down why it's important to have a aesthetic to attract the right audience, now let's talk about how to actually do it and what resources website I use for my jewelry brand. Number 1, you want to find inspiration for your brand, and you can do this by finding out who your competitors are or who brands you want to look like. And a lot of times you can look at their branding and kind of tell and break down what they've been using on their platform to achieve their aesthetic. A great example is Mercury. You can see that they use very natural lighting. They use newspaper, flat lace, girl wearing an earring, rings in her sweater. So you can tell that their audience is a girl who is into dainty fine jewelry, who loves their makeup cases, organizing their jewelry. Their ideal audience is someone who's a minimalist, who enjoys stacking their jewelry, who enjoys natural earth tones. Another brand that's doing it well is a black-owned brand called Oma the Label, and their ideal audience is very girly. She's into pink, so you see a lot of pink quotes, pink filler images. You see flat lace, you see side profiles of the girl wearing earrings showing off their product. In general, you can elevate your brand by playing up colors, aesthetics, texture to kind of bring interest to your brand instead of just pushing jewelry all day. Once you have gotten your inspiration, you want to find your color by creating a brand kit on Canva. And it allows you to choose your color using the hex code, and you can play around what color that is best fitting for your brand. And once you have that saved, you can choose your logo and have that saved on the brand kit. And then now you can start creating unique posts. And what's so great about Canva, once you find a template you like, your brand color on your kit will always be there for you to use. That way you don't have to remember your hex code, but it's all there for you to use. And I'm just playing with the words, the shape of it, or even like how I want it to position. Now, once you have all that down, you want to find filler images by going on Pinterest or WeHearted or any of your favorite sites to find your type of aesthetic. And you want to type in the search bar nude aesthetic, pink aesthetic, depending on your type of aesthetic. You want to enter keywords that will help you to find the type of filler images that will go best with your brand. Now that you have everything you need, you definitely want to incorporate them to your website and all social media platforms. And you can see an example of my website, how the colors flows with my Instagram page. Right now my color is white on nude, but also I have pink elements within my brand. So because I have those three colors, I can transition easily, and I can go for a white on nude or nude on pink or pink on white, depending how I feel for my brand. Don't be afraid to switch it up or rebrand if it's necessary for your brand. So I hope you learned some of these tips on how to achieve an aesthetic. If you're still struggling and you can't get the whole branding right, I do offer a brand audit where I can break down what are you doing wrong and some of the pros and tips and cons on how to fix your branding to get it on point. So if you're interested, the link will be below.